says Emma is presenting, but it's kind of just turning. Oh, yep, I can see it now.
So
Okay.
when I was doing my test, I numbered them. So what you have to do is you have to hit insert, and you'll hit insert equation, and it'll bring up this bar on the top, and it should be in a box. So if I wanted to do like 3x squared, I would come over to this thing, math operations, and this. But what's weird is, I can still be typing, but I have to enter once, and then I can type whatever I want. But then I have to hit enter again to go back down.
All right, so you guys see where that is? It was insert, and then it said equation, Emma?
Yeah, right here. And then it'll just bring this thing on the top. So if you like exit out of it or something, you can hit new equation.
Okay. That's pretty awesome. Thank you.
Because it has like all these symbols like that you can use in like later math, I think. And then there's a bunch of other things.
Great. Okay.
Like division and stuff and square roots.
All right. That is pretty awesome. Okay. We're going to start the distributive property today. We're going to look in our book at page 520. Okay, 520. We're going to factor using the distributive property. All right, so everybody get to page 520. And look at the first example, 27y squared plus 18y. All right, we're going to, and sometimes you guys do this in your simple solutions book, you're going to factor out the biggest factor that you can, something that they share. All right, I'm going to share my screen now to show you working this out. All right. Okay.
I'm going to want to find the greatest common factors for both of these. So let's look at the 27.
Okay, so we look at the numbers 27 and 18.
Numbers that go into 27. We've got 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to pause there because, first of all, I'm going to ask Lauren. Can you see my screen, Lauren?
Yes.
Okay. This is how we found the greatest common factor, like back when you guys were in 6th grade. Oh, I don't know why you can't see it, Matthew. But the video's in Google Classroom, so you'll be able to go back and watch it. Okay, I put it in your Google Classroom.
Okay.
You guys had to make a list. You guys had to make a list to find the greatest common factor. I'm hoping now that you can look at 27 and 18 and say the greatest common factor is 9. But he's going to show you how making a list would work.
And 27. When I think of numbers that go into 18, I've got 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. So I want to pick the number that is greatest in that list. And obviously that is my 9. So I'm going to start with my 9 on the outside of the parentheses. Now, 27 has y squared, and 18 has y. So how many y's do they have in common? Okay, they each have 1 y in common. So I'm going to put that on the outside of my parentheses. So now I've factored out all of the common factors. So now I'm going to work my, try to work my parentheses. Okay, so 9y times what is 27y squared? Well, 9 times what is 27? That's going to give us 3. And y times what is y squared? And that's a single y. Then I bring over my plus sign. Now I say 9y times what is 18y? Well, 9 times 2 is 18, and y times 1 is y, but we're not going to need to put that in there. So now we are right back where we started. 9y times 3y plus 2. Factor out greatest common factors. Now, this is the long way. The next example, I'll kind of talk you through it. It's a little bit shorter. So let's take something like, let's take 16x squared minus 12x. All right, let's factor that out.
Okay, so we have 16x squared minus 12x. Abby, just look at the numbers first. We have a 16 and a 12. What's the greatest common factor of 16 and 12? Good. All right, and you did that without making the list, right? Just kind of like did that list in your head. 4. All right, and then you have to look at the variables next. You have an x squared and an x. So you take any variable they have in common, which is the x, and only to the lowest exponent would be what they have in common. So they have 1x in common because this one has 2, this one has 1, so one of them is in common. So you're going to factor out 4x.
So I know I'm going to have something inside of parentheses, so I'm going to go ahead and set up a parentheses over here. I know I'm going to have something on the outside of parentheses. So what's the biggest number that goes into 16 and into 12? Okay, biggest number that goes into 16 and into 12. That's going to give me 4. And then how many x's do they share? 16 has x squared and negative 12 has x, so they just share 1. So I know my common factor is 4x. Now, 4x times what is 16x squared? 4 times 4 is 16. X times x.
Excuse me, Mrs.
So
Palmer. Me and my sister actually have to do something quickly, so I won't be here for the rest of class, but will this be posted for me to watch
Yes,
later?
yep, I'm recording now, so you could watch it later. And this video's on.
Take just a second.
Will it be on ParentSquare?
Do the distributive property and make sure you.
Nicholas, if you go to my to go to St. Joe's website, there's a link to my YouTube channel, and it's on there. Okay, it's on YouTube. If you Google me, I'm a YouTuber now.
Okay,
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Bye.
How many subscribers do you have?
I don't know. Hopefully just you guys. I don't know if any other people are watching, but okay. So I'm gonna stop sharing this now, and we're gonna do a couple on our own. This is on your Google Classroom to see. All right. We're gonna try 1A and 1B at the bottom of page 520. All right, let's look at 1A. We have 15W minus 3V. Okay, 15W minus 3V. So first we look at the numbers, okay? Matthew, I'm going with you. Look at your numbers, 15 and 3. What's the greatest common factor? What's the biggest number you could divide both of those by?
5.
I can't divide 3 by 5.
Oh, 3.
3, good. All right, so I'm going to write a 3. And I like to do like the person in the video, make a set of parentheses because I know something's going to go inside. Okay. I look at my letters, a W and a V. I don't have any letters in common, so I can't pull out any letters. All right, so just the 3 that Matthew said. Okay, so then I have to say, well, 3 times what would give me 15W? Or I could do 15W divided by 3. Okay, so if I do 15W divided by 3, that equals 5W. So that goes in my parentheses. And then the minus sign. And then I have 3V. So if I did 3V and I divided it by 3, right, those 3's would cancel out and I would just be left with V. So in parentheses, you should have a 3 And then in parentheses, 5w minus v. All right. Let's try 1b. Okay, so how about you guys all write down 1b. I'm going to write it down on my whiteboard. You guys write it down in your notebook. 7u squared t squared plus 21u t squared minus ut. All right, what can I factor out? Okay, we look at numbers first. I have a 7, a 21. There's really a 1 over here. I just don't see it. What's the biggest number I could divide 21, 7, and 1 by? Just 1. I can only factor out a 1, which doesn't do anything. So I can't really factor out any numbers. Okay, nothing for the numbers. Let's look at the letters. U squared, U. I can take out a U. I'm going to write that down. Just one U, because that U to the first power is the smallest U I have. This one has a T squared. This one has a T squared. This one has a T to the first. So I can take out a T to the first. All right. So I'm pulling out a UT, and I have a set of parentheses. Okay?
Paying attention.
I basically have to take each of these terms and divide it by UT. All right? I usually do that in my head, but I'm just going to write it down to show you. So I have 7u squared t squared divided by UT. Okay? So the U on the bottom cancels out, and the T on the bottom cancels out, and the squareds up top turn into the first power. So that's 7UT. You could probably do that in your head, all right, which is fine. I'm fine with that. All right, we put our plus sign. Now we have 21UT squared. We have to divide that by UT. Okay, so the 21 stays. The U's are going to cancel out. But I am left with one more T. Okay, so that's a 21T minus, what's my last term going to be? Right, I had a UT. Abby?
Did you say my name?
I did.
Okay,
What's the
for a
last
second
term,
it sounded like
Robbie?
Robbie. 1.
1, good. Right, when I divide UT divided by UT, I just get 1. Okay. So we have that. We'll have UT, and then in parentheses, 7UT plus 21T minus 1. Okay?
Abby, I like your hat.
All right.
Thanks.
So I do have the video on there for you to watch. And then I have another video if you wanted to move ahead and see what we're going to be doing next. Can I give you one to try before I let you go? I know you guys have another class at 11, but can I just give you one so that I feel good about you leaving me knowing what you're doing? Okay. I'm going to write it down and show it to you. 15x plus 25x squared. And I want you to factor that. So first, look at your numbers, 15 and 25, and think to yourself, what's the greatest common factor? Or what's the biggest number I could divide both of those by? All right, that's the number you're going to pull out, factor out.
Can I say what I got?
Yeah, go ahead, Lauren.
Okay. I have 5x times the quantity of 3 plus 5x.
I'm going to write it down and see if it works. Okay, Lauren said she has 5x. I love your math lingo too. Times the quantity, 3 plus 5x. Okay, so she pulled out the 5, and then she said there's an x and an x squared, so I can pull out 1x. So she pulled out 5x. And then she said, what's this number going to be inside? Well, what's 15x divided by 5x? It's 3. Put your plus sign in. What's 25x squared divided by 5x? And it is 5x. You can always check to see if you're right by going back through and using the distributive property. So let's do that. That's how I'm going to see if Lauren's right. I'm going to take 5x and multiply it by 3x and by 5x and see if I get what we started with. Okay. 5x times 3x is 15x. 5x times 5x is 25x squared. Okay. This is another example how we can check our work in math and be like, yes, we know we're right. I love that. Okay. All right, we're not going to get to example 2, but I'm going to give you some problems to do like these, okay? So it's going to be page 523. Numbers 1 to 4. And page 524, numbers 15 to 20. So that's 10 problems. Okay, 523, 1 to 4, 524, 15 to 20. They're all like that first example that we did. Okay?
All right.
Do you guys have questions for me?
No.
Okay. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Or at 2 o'clock if you have questions for me.
Yeah, can you hold up the homework again? Can you hold up the homework? Can you hold up the homework?
Yep. Can you see it?
Yes. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
See ya.
Bye-bye.